Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we post writing tips, unboxings, book hauls, book reviews and the occasional vlog. And today I have another book review for you, and it is Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is the third book in the Nevermore series. So if you haven't read the Nevermore series, or if you haven't seen my book reviews from the first two books in this series, that link is above me now. This was lent to me by Jazz from Red Panda Reads, and I loved it. It's definitely grown with Morrigan, which is what you really like in a middle grade kind of fantasy read. You want the book to grow with the reader, and it really is. But as always with my book reviews, I'll read you guys the blurb first. Before we get into that, don't forget, if you like what you see, to subscribe to my channel. You'll continue to support me a lot, so thank you guys so much. Morrigan Crow is determined, daring and ready for a new challenge. To step into her destiny as a wondersmith, master the mysterious wretched arts, and control the power that threatens to consume her. She and her friends are proud to be in their second year of attendance at the Magical Wondrous Society, and together they can face anything. But a strange illness has taken hold of Nevermore, turning its peaceable Wunimals into mindless, vicious animals on the hunt. As victims of the Hollowpox multiply, panic spreads, and with the city she loves in a state of fear, Morrigan quickly realizes it is up to her to find a cure for the Hollowpox, even if it will put her and the rest of Nevermore in more danger than ever before. Ooh, it sounds cool, right? Now, Hollowpox is based as a pandemic, basically, and Jessica Townsend actually rewrote this. She was about to release and stopped the release because of COVID, because we were actually in a pandemic. So she edited how it was written to make sense to what the world would actually do during a pandemic. It's very beautiful, it's so green, but what's more fun is that when you remove the book sleeve, oh, how pretty is that? It's so shiny and purple and cute. I love how books are putting more and more effort into the actual insides and how decorative it is beyond the book cover. It makes reading them really nice, because it means, I don't know about you guys, but when I read a hardback, I remove the sleeve because it's so easily ripped. So I always remove that. So you get left with what's behind it. So it's really sweet that this one's actually really cute behind the sleeve. As always with my book reviews, I will do spoiler free at the start, and then I will warn you for spoiler alert when spoilers may be coming if you haven't read this book. So let's begin with the quotes. First of all, page 33. If I don't get enough volunteers, some of you might just get voluntold. This is Gavin regarding helping get rid of the scaly sewer beasts. And voluntold just might need to now be in my vocabulary. That is just brilliant wording. It's looking for volunteers to help get rid of these scaly things in sewers, and it's a yearly occurrence, and apparently it smells really bad and it's not a nice job. So if you're not going to volunteer, they don't get enough volunteers, they're volunteering people that you're going to do it. And I just thought that was brilliant. In chapter 6 is when the Hollowpox begins. Now, you've heard on the back that it's happening to the Wunimals, and in chapter 6 I'm getting Zootopia vibes. That's all I wanted to say about that. It becomes Zootopia in my head. Page 91. The sensible voice in Morrigan's head seemed to be getting quieter by the day. Some days she could scarcely hear it at all. Again, it's just great. It's really good showing to show how Morrigan feels like her actions are becoming less and less sensible, and yet she's just, that part of your head that tells you to do something different is just getting quieter and quieter, and she's going with her gut more and more. Page 92. Morrigan sighed, already annoyed at herself before she'd even taken a step. Of course she was going to follow the scary stranger down a dark stairwell into a secret basement. Of course. Great. It helps show the age of Morrigan, and it really agrees with the age of the reader as well. If you're writing middle grade, you really want middle grade readers to read it, people of that age group. Because as an adult, you'd probably be like, no, stranger danger. Why would you go down a dark corridor? That's silly. You would go back with more people, or, really know the person that you're trusting to take you down there. But as a kid, of course you would go down there, duh. I just love, it's just great writing to really get in the mindset of the age group you're writing for and the age of your main character. Page 131. She hadn't learned enough of the wondrous arts yet to protect herself, maybe Inferno, but she had no idea what to do with that. Something was wrong with Brutillus. He needed help, not an errant fireball. This is wise beyond her years, and I just love it because this is when the Hollowpox has started and Morrigan has just witnessed the first Hollowpox infected Wunimal, and she's not blaming the Wunimal. She's not blaming any of it on him. She doesn't want to hurt him because he needs help. He doesn't need to be hurt. He doesn't need to be contained. He needs help. And I just love that. It's such an open-minded, really heartwarming way to view a very dangerous situation where Morrigan is actually in physical danger, and yet she's still thinking about the person on the other side of Hollowpox. Next one is on page 287. Now, I don't think this one spoils anything. It's just funny. Jupiter spoke quietly. You know, I'm surprised at you, Frank. For goodness sake, there are establishments in Nevermore that refuse you because you're a vampire. Yes, Frank's eyebrows shot upwards. Exactly. And do you hear me complaining? Honestly, I don't blame them. I'm a liability. I bit a man at the supermarket last week. Dame Chanda gasped. Frank? Oh, it was just a nibble, he said with a wave of his hand, and I sent flowers. Love it. Obviously, people are acting in the incorrect way towards Wunimals and banning them from places, and just exactly what you don't want to happen. And Frank, as a vampire, also has this kind of attitude towards him, but he wants to ban Wunimals because he wants parties. Whereas Jupiter is saying no parties for anyone because if they're not allowed, no one's allowed. I also just love how Frank took a little nibble and sent flowers to apologise. Do you turn into a vampire from a little nibble? Or does a nibble not turn you? I just thought it was brilliant. I'm going to say spoiler alert now. It is only for one quote, but spoiler alert. Skip to this time here if you want to hear my overall review of this book. Spoiler alert, guys. Page 322. At this point, Morrigan has turned the attention away from the Hollowpox because she's relit the fire flowers going up the drive to the Wanderer Society. And Jupiter says that the elders are secretly pleased that her training is going well, but Jack pipes in and I just love it. Secretly pleased, spluttered Jack, coughing as he swallowed a mouthful of pastry. That's big of them. Maybe next time someone saves them from being trampled by a dangerous mob, they'll stretch to mildly tickled. I love this because Morrigan has basically saved the elders. They were going to be destroyed by an angry mob that was protesting that the Wanderer Society was taking care of and taking in the affected Wunimals with the Hollowpox. And I just love how it's like they'll be mildly tickled next time because they should be so grateful. They should be like bowing down to Morrigan because she has saved their lives. They could have been killed. An angry mob is not a controllable thing. It is out of control anger and hatred and just not good. So yeah, I just love that quote. And welcome back if you're joining us from the spoiler-free zone. We're now on to my overall review of this book. I literally finished reading this morning and decided I had to film my review immediately. So, I loved it. This is my favourite so far, and I think it's because the books are growing up, so they're becoming a bit more nitty-gritty, but not enough nitty-gritty to be a harder read. It still reads like a middle grade. You're still going to just devour this. It takes no effort to read. It's just fun, light, safe, and it's just heartwarming to read, but it's growing up, and the issues it's tackling are becoming more interesting and more intricate. It's becoming very interesting, and Squall's appearance in this book, I'm really happy because I've always had feelings about Ezra Squall that goes against what Morrigan thinks. Things are coming out and I really want to read the next book, and it's not out yet, and I know Jazz has it on order, so I know it's nowhere near ready, but I really want to just read the next one right now. So as it makes me want to read the next one immediately, I'm giving this book a 10 out of 10 stars. I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much, Jazz, for letting me borrow it. I'm really happy. The first two I enjoyed and they were very easy reads, but this one's actually really gripped me. So yeah, I now see the hype. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you see. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Tumblr. I post bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!